right, YouTube, what's going on out there? It's going to be Donnie coming to you from Misawa, Japan. Today I got a guest in the building. We talked about like a couple months ago to get on this, and I think you went back to the States and stuff like that. So we finally got him in here. This is Jared, correct?
Jared, yep.
Jared. So let him introduce yourself in a little bit. For the guys out there again who checked out the last podcast, I already got like feedback back. Yeah, the podcast was really emotionally driven. Don't like to dwell on negative stuff like that, but sometimes you got to talk about things like that. So I'm not going to be that type of podcast like, we're like who's that guy out there, Alex Jones and the theorists and all that stuff like that. I'm all about positivity and going forward, but sometimes things do have to be stated and people have to know out there and everything. So moving past that, this one is a total polar opposite podcast, and we're just going to get to it and everything. So just introduce yourself and a little bit about yourself, where you're from.
Hey, my name is Jared Beachy. 26. Moved to Japan.
Just pull it up a little bit to you.
Moved to Japan.
You can pull it back to where
2013. Military brat.
Okay.
So I've been around the world.
Okay.
Father was in the military, and after he got out, I ended up staying here.
All right. That's what I was gonna ask you, man. Like, so everybody's like, everybody getting here is like a different story on how they got here and everything. So that's, you answered the question for me. So you never joined the military or thought about it, or?
I tried to enlist a couple years back.
Yeah.
And ended up deciding to stay here to do car stuff. Yeah.
So you went through like the delayed entry program and then.
I was working with a recruiter out of Guam. Okay. And then some things happened, and I just made a decision to stay in Japan.
Good, man. It ain't. I mean, it's not this. I mean, you're already been around it, so sometimes I notice a lot of guys who are real military brats, man. They've been around it so much their whole life that it's like when you go to basic, you can't even take it serious because you know how the guys are when you meet them here. So it's like, dude, this is like a formality, a joke, and everything, and stuff like that, man. So I mean, what's your plan? You plan on staying there for a while
As of now, yeah.
Okay.
I like what's going on out here. Having a good time. Got a good job. Mm-hmm. Good friends.
You're at the auto hobby shop?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's changed a little bit since I got here in 08, man. Mm-hmm. So far as so you're in the cars and everything, what particular, because everybody's different here. Mike, guys come here. So what kind of cars are you into and things like that?
Anything rural.
Yeah. So when did you get, so I know you slide and everything, and when did you start sliding?
2017.
2017?
Yep.
Shit, man. That makes you feel old.
I got 3 seasons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, yeah, man. So, have you watched any of the podcasts before, or any clips and segments? So,
I watch them every once in a while.
I do. I do bring up every once in a while when I have an older guy, somebody that's like my age. I'm 30. I'll be 37 in like a week and a half. So I talk, and some guys they like feel like I'm talking down about young guys. It's not that I understand that there's different. It's a different generation, different gaps and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, you guys come up like pretty much listening to trap music versus so there's different things. And even if you're going to like rock music, like there's the new rock guys like the new stuff and then like the old stuff. So all that stuff is like meaningless because I mean, at the end of the day, we're all like young compared to like some dude that's like 80, you know what I mean? So and they think we're all stupid, you know what I mean, collectively. So I don't harp on that, man. But I like I said, the reason I hit you up on the Instagram because I did see you like every once in a while I post stuff and you'll hit on there, and like from the guys that were here, you were the most guy I seen on there all the time and everything. So I was like, I want to talk to you and everything. So pretty much like for the drifting aspect and everything, since you've gotten here, I've pretty much been running my business. So I've been away from MSP. Yeah. Versus when I first got here in 08, I was in MSP every day for like 4 days a week and everything. So like, what do you like far as any other tracks you've been to and anything? How does it feel like far as the community there and things like that?
So I've only been to MSP, home track, of course, Hachinohe, and then Ibisu. Okay. So you went to Matsuri or? Yeah. So after Matsuri, like how was it coming back to MSP? I started driving better. Immediately. Yeah. Yeah. And the which tracks did you hit it? When you were at Beachy, which tracks did you get a chance to hit it? All of them except for Higashi. The grip track.
Yeah, the east. Yeah, because that one is they opened up. That's a lot of guys there because it's the high C Manji down the hill and everything into the right hand corner and everything. So that one is that one definitely. Next time you go there, man, that one's definitely cool because that $100 corner at the bottom of the hill. You pretty much just.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
No, man, you just like you got to try it, man. Because when you go to it, you you just literally like you just flick in a little bit and like the car drifts itself because it's like if you set the course properly, the car just like literally slides like it's gonna because you're going kind of downhill and it bends over, so you just all the momentum is going like that. You just slide around the corner and like keep going and everything, man. But it's definitely most guys don't ever get to a Beachy, and then once they get to a Beachy, like you say, man, because you got so many, you got the high speed, low speed, tollgate course, you got all these courses. And then it like your levels just, and I felt the same thing, man. When I went to BCU, I spent pretty much a whole year there. I didn't even drift to the MSP. This was about 2013 or 14 or something like that. It was one of those seasons where I did very little MSP, and I was just at a BCU and everywhere else, and I just noticed your skill level just go up like big quickly. Time. Yeah.
The first time I went there, I just went with all the homies. I didn't even bring a car.
Oh yeah.
And just riding along and just being around all the different level skilled drivers, just everything clicked.
Yeah.
And then I went back to MSP and I was like, oh, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah. One thing a lot of people don't realize, you went to school course, correct?
Yeah.
You do know school course is MSP, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. Kumakubo and Kowashi-san they rode what is it? BMX? Well, not BMX. Motocross.
Yeah, I heard they go back.
Yeah, they go way back. So actually, all the guys, man, all the older guys, they all started with motocross.
Okay.
And the car stuff now it's cheaper to get in and swaps and stuff like that. So more guys are young. You see at MSP, the dudes are like 18, 19 with like really nice cars, and they got loaded parents and stuff like that too. But they go way back. So when he was making MSP, I guess he got with him because if you look at it's the same track. It's just squished. Yeah. So school course that is. So MSP is actually school course plus a BCU Manami circuit. Manami circuit is like the judging corner. Yep. So the judging corner is just like the same as like ours. So he pretty much linked those two together. That's why it kind of goes out like that. And then you see that part when it curves back around. It's a BCU. So it pretty much is Manami and school course.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So now when you go there now you'll look at it different. And then when you go to the BCU again, you'll just go out on the track and like on your warm up sessions and you're killing it because you're drifting that school course like technically all the time and everything, man. So as far as like what car are you using the most?
S14.
S14.
I've had two of them so far.
Okay.
We're going to Spring Matsuri.
Okay. I'll be there.
And that's going to be the last time I drive my 14, and then I'm going to come back and sell it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to step it up to the 1J.
Just pull
JZX
the mic up a little bit more too. Yeah. So I see the one you got outside?
That's a GX.
Okay.
That's just like reliable daily cruiser.
I heard this. Did you buy them by mistake or did you?
No.
Okay. Because which one was saying?
I got it for cheap.
Yeah. Because that's the one that has the GX has what engines in there?
Beams 2000.
Yeah. So because Mike had told me Mike kind of exaggerates everything. So Mike was saying like I guess like you didn't know you thought it was a 1J car or whatever or okay.
I knew it was it's a Chaser Avanti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is because a lot of guys don't.
I couldn't pass on it.
Yeah.
It's $2,000. Fresh chassis.
Just a roll, and you can swap it whenever you want. You know what I mean? So it's not bad or anything. A little bit electrical is a little bit different because it's not a GZ, but that's not bad there. But I mean, far as your S14, like what kind of mods and stuff you got in there?
Bolt-ons. It's a seat time machine. I have 3 seasons had any issues except for a snapped exhaust hanger.
Okay,
but that's just for me the way I drive it.
Yeah.
You know? So the motor's good. Just boost up, bar boost.
What's your style like? What's your style of driving? Like, far as
beginning of the session, I'm chill, easy, not a lot of angle. Towards the end of the session, faster. I just get faster as the day goes on. Yeah,
I've seen some of your. And actually, when I'll do at the end, man, I'll get. If you got, I'm pretty sure you got some video.
Yep.
Just slide it to me or whatever, and I'll throw it into the intro and outro and everything. But yeah, man, it's definitely it's just one like things I've heard, man. Like, Misawa was small. Yeah. So like since I started the shop, man, like I got like a few guys, like some guys jokingly say, "Oh man, you're like your neck," because I got my pro license. Right after I got my pro license, I kind of disappeared because I started the shop.
Yep.
And then like Mike had said one day to some guy, Mike Poole, and he was like, "Yeah, he's it was to Dale, you know Dale."
Yeah.
So Dale, at the time when Dale was drifting, I don't know if he's gonna come back if he comes back, but when Dale was like there and he was like, "Oh man, no, he's high class." I'm like, "Nah, dude." So he thought he didn't recognize that Mike was joking, so he went around and started spewing that I was like feeling like I was above the level. And I'm like, dude, I was all my money was going towards starting a business too. To where I'm at right now. And I'm still like, I was going to come back this season, but I was like, nah, after thinking about it, doing my taxes, I'm going to take one more season off of competitive driving and just do like, I'll do the MSP series and EDS and like the low level stuff because it doesn't require 3, 4K, 5K a weekend. Yeah. Right now, I can't taking that out of, the shop. That's where it is, man. But did it spell that myth, man? Like if you heard anything, like I don't feel like I'm above guys. I just haven't been there because I'm saving money because if you go there, you're not gonna do 2 laps. You're gonna take a bunch of tires, and the next thing you know, you're $500-$600 in, and that's even local. So that's where I pretty much been at. So I've been seeing you guys, and I remember like when you came and picked up some tires like at my old shop, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go up there." I think it was a Monday or something like that. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try." And that Monday, I actually was in Yokohama or something like that. So
those tires came in clutch though.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I remember I used to go to Up Garage every night, and Up Garage, and there was a tire shop by Shimoda, and go through like 12 one a night because you're not supposed to do that because that's their money. Yeah, that's their money, and I used to go there and pick up tires and everything. So have you guys done any of that stuff or?
I stopped doing it because I got caught red-handed.
I know shit. What happened?
They didn't call the police or anything. They were just some guy came out and started yelling at us.
Up Garage?
Yeah.
Well,
I was like, all right, that's enough of that.
Was it closed or?
We went out on a drive towards the beach on the seaside road, and then after that, on the way back, we just swung by.
Just see what down there.
And then some guy came out right when we pulled out flashlights to check tires.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, enough of that.
Yeah. The Up Garage now, like when I found out, I don't know if you noticed, but Up Garage you can order online, and so I don't go there no more because some of the stuff there has been on that shelf since 2008.
I've noticed that too,
and it doesn't really. So Up Garage, like I used to go there to order stuff. I didn't know you can order from. Well, my wife when we met her, she told me I could do it. So I used to go to Up Garage. We'll go down there every day and order. So I used to go down there and order parts and everything. And when I went down there, the guys were cool. Like they would give me parts, do all this stuff, man. And then they left. And then now it's like some older guys there. It's probably the old guy that came out and yelled at you. So the old guy there, and I go there now and he looks at me like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I was here before you got here, like far as the area and everything. So, but yeah, that's everybody does it, man. So everybody's done it. Everybody's, sorry. Little collector. But yeah, man. So far as what's your goals? Like you just keeping it grassroots level, or you doing comps?
Yeah,
or?
Grassroots for now. I brought up to some friends about competing, and I think it's just best to just keep getting more seat time because I know once you start competing, you got to keep going.
Yeah. And competing, I was against it. Like when I first got into drifting back in the day. Number one, everybody's against it because they definitely can't afford it. Then once you get a little bit more money, like you can afford to do it. And for competition, like I thought you could practice and then do it. Competition is practice itself because you'll learn to have all this shit good to go. Because when you get there, you don't have time to do all like your car has to be dialed in and checked before it goes on the trailer. When you get off the trailer, you're just making sure that everything's good to go. And then when you get there, man, the mindset's drivers meeting this, and this. And I kind of roll solo. So like when you get to the higher levels, you do got to have a helper because you could try to do it, but it's just, you got to, while you're doing a meeting, the car should be getting tires changed. And if you got a meeting and you got to go on the track, you got to have a good team. People who, not saying you got to have guys who are like, militant or whatever, but they got to know when it's, time to play and time to whatever. So you got to build a good team for that stuff and everything, or have a group of people for that. So the competition stuff, man, what happens, man, for me, you start getting, it starts to become not fun. Like if you,
I've heard about that,
and it's real, man. You start to get wrapped up in it. And they say have fun, and like, dude, if you're spending $5-6K on a weekend, like that's not, you're trying to win, dude.
Yeah.
And so that I will say that, man, like that it is, definitely. If you're gonna compete away from MSP or whatever, and like a Beachy or whatever, you definitely want to get like a trailer or somewhere you get a constant transport because I drove back and forth between Misawa and Beachy, Misawa and Maze, and then finally I broke my I was doing D1 and I broke the engine, started like smoking. I blew the part of the trans, took it apart and drove home with no clutch.
Wow.
And then on the way home, number 4 and 5 SR20, number 4 and 5, number 4, let go, and all the oil was coming out of the engine into the catch can. So I had to pull over and dump the oil back into the engine
every time.
Yeah, and this was a Sendai when this happened. So yeah, all the way back, and that was like never again, man. I put in my dues. I made it all this time, and I finally got kicked in the ass. And then you drive, and like if you smash the whole front end, then you're stranded 10 hours away, and everybody's.
This is before you had a truck and trailer.
Yeah, this is way before. And then after that, I start renting from Times. So Times and Toyota's an option too. You rent from there, and so I was
actually about to go rent one of their trucks.
It's definitely it's definitely better to take that, man, because that way you can drive with comfort. If you wreck it, you can really go full out in retrospect or whatever, and not worry about driving home, because that's a big, because you'll think you're going 100%, but your mind will keep you at 95, which is not good enough to compete and everything, man. So I mean, I for that, man, it's. Everybody's different. It depends. But the cool thing now is they got the series is you got a Beachy. Sorry about that. MSP like local series. And I seen the Merlino, whatever, they're coming up here, then other stuff. So it seems like the events are picking up and everything. So, but other than drifting, do any other motorsports, or that's it? Or
that's it.
Okay. Yeah, no interest in the other ones, or?
I just haven't been exposed to it really.
Yeah. So you've been ASP?
Not yet.
Yeah, so Maury Speed Park. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can go there and do. It's all grip. There's no drifting there. So the cool thing about those, you can pay per lap. So you can do 2 laps and be like, this is not for me or whatever.
Okay.
Grip is they're one and the same, but they're different. You're following the same line, but you're just exceeding the coefficient of friction and drifting. Yeah. So ASP. It exposes that, like, what your car needs, like bushings and everything, man, because everything at 120, 130,
come around a corner,
everything will rattle, and then your shit starts to vibrate and everything, and then you can't do all that and everything. So I definitely, man, if you're gonna be here, definitely it's cool to check out, because a lot of guys they come over here, they fly over to do it and everything, man. So, but how, like, far as what got you into cars, like just to start.
I lived in Okinawa.
Okay.
When I was in grade school.
What years?
2004, 5, 6, I believe. At the time, I was in grade school, but I had a bunch of skater buddies I used to go skateboarding with, and a couple of them had older brothers that were in high school, and they drifted. And then one day I ended up getting in the back seat of a Safiro, and ended up at a drift track. Yeah. And then I was exposed to drifting there, and then
with the one they closed, or it's like the bull ring? The bull, yeah. So you're there at that time. So I always ask everybody when they bring up Okinawa. So did you know Tony at all, Arakaki? Because he's like the top pro guy there, like far as gaijin. He's never there though, because he has to go to mainland, or he's always gone.
Okay.
Then pretty sure you knew Bill and those guys from B&M.
Nope.
You know them. So, and his sons are you guys about the same age, and they're both like I want to say right at GP, or like their street, like high level street legal level.
Okay.
They drive 14s and everything. I think they're like twins or something like that. But most guys. So that the reason why it's like weird there in Okinawa, because if they want to because the bull ring, you know what it is, just pretty much open lot. So everybody that gets really really good, they go like to mainland, then they come back and everything. Then they end up staying at mainland, or Fukuoka, or was it Fukuoka? Yeah, Fukuoka. They end up staying there because it's close to there and everything. So
South Japan. Yeah,
man, but that's not. I never been there before. I never been to Okinawa before. So I know the tracks coming out. There's like some little kart track I've been seeing videos of.
Yeah. What's it called? I was just watching a video this morning. I forgot the name of it, but it's a small kart track. Yeah.
Well, I've seen too. There's one like this really, really. You barely get out of second gear. Then there's another one where you go
looks
down.
like an RC kart track.
Yeah, that
almost.
One. Yeah.
It was like a gravel parking lot.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, how did they even like, dude? That's like they're really like pushing for some space, man. Because I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like that makes like a Hachiroku look huge on it. So like, I seen the dudes on there, and like you're first and second. I'm like, you don't even your tune is not even being maximized and everything, man. So it's just. Then the other one I seen, like the one you're talking about, is when they go they go down and then like they like pretty much kick it into like I see a pole right there, which I'm surprised I might crash into. Yeah. Then they initiate right into like that's the newest one I've seen.
Yeah. It's they got like a straight and then a sweeper and then like an S turn and then another small S turn in the back.
Yeah. That's not the Yoshio Factory one, is it? Or is that the track? Because there was one at Oki forgot his damn name, man, from Yoshio Factory. Oki-chan.
Okamura.
Okamura, yeah. So I seen that's not the one that they open up and then they close and then open back up, or is it the different one?
I'm not sure.
Because there was one that opened for like, I want to say maybe like 3 weeks, and then I guess they weren't allowed to be there, and then
in Okinawa.
Yeah, because it was a private track or whatever, and then they had like strict noise ordinance, so all these guys had like the little turn down mufflers and everything. Yeah. So but yeah, man, it's I definitely want to get down there. I know a lot of guys there. A lot of guys are left and everything. So what like far as living in Okinawa, like how did you compare it to like living up here? As far as other than the snow, but
I was just a little kid, so I didn't really do much, but I was exposed to it when I was living there. But it would be nice to see what it's like as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as the driving goes, but being on mainland seems nice enough, just being able to get on the highway and shoot straight down to Bisu, or eventually I want to go to like Nico Circuit.
Oh yeah, Nico is awesome, man. Yeah, that pictures at Nico and they where the back where everybody does the infamous three wheel.
There's that divot at the end of the turn.
Yeah, that's like the picture. Like we lined up right. Right when you if you wash off, we're all parked right there. It was for the Gaijin portion of the event. But yeah, man, Nico is definitely cool. It's like most tracks when you get on there though, it's same in MSP. If you like drive an MSP, like it feels like this, but when you walk on it, you realize how wide it actually is. And Nico is the same way. When you see videos of it and everybody like clears that witch comment, actually when you see it, it's a straight road. It's like you go into it, you initiate, then it goes like this, then it curves around.
Yeah.
So when
it's like a box.
Yeah. And so when I first went, I'm like, all right, it looks like you just drift around. I'm like, dude, this is a fucking straight road. Mm-hmm. So then that's why everybody does like the wheel thing or whatever. But that's not, when you go down there, that's for like the show portion. The judging, like if you get like a little bit up there, just like the Manami, Ebisu Manami, you don't get points for jumping for getting the car air. You come like your wheel off as a lead car. You come off a little bit and your wheel's in the air and it comes down, you're good to go. It's still drifting. But if you're like way in the air, you're on control. And then by the time you come down, the car in back of you is going to like smash right into you and everything. So you don't get points for. That's actually like the good. Like that's why actually for me, my style is very aggressive, very very quick transitions. That's what I like. So like when you watch the video in car, it's very like you can the hand movement is really quickly. So because you're directing the car versus steering in and then letting the car kind of like catch up or whatever.
Yeah.
So like
self-steering.
Yeah. So I mean, probably like for you, like you mentioned, like you're relaxing in the beginning. So probably by the end, you're like really putting the car where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Once you get warmed up and get dialed in and everything. So that's just my style, man. So it works pretty good for me as far as the Nikos. You pretty much go a really quick feint and then like into the turn and everything. So so far as MSP, like, because I ask everybody this when they come that actually drifts there. As far as like how long did it take you to actually connect the whole like the front, like the main and everything?
Yeah, the D1 line.
Yeah.
Supposedly, yeah. My second season.
Yeah. So you just pretty much did sections.
First season was like sections. Mm-hmm. Stood to the back, did the center. Second season started doing the whole course, and then started getting faster. And then one day someone was like, "You just got to do it."
Yeah.
And I went for it, and it was easier than I thought.
Yeah.
What was in second gear?
Yeah. What was your feeling like the first time you nailed it though? Like because it's long. I mean,
I was hyped.
Yeah.
I was hyped because just going before I even started driving out there, I would always go out there and just watch people drive.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'd see a couple American guys that were doing the D1 line. I was like, all right, so there are some guys around here that are doing it. And then I was like, all right, I got to do it myself.
Yeah, man. And then then I'm pretty sure after like you said, you came back from BC, like it was even easier.
Oh yeah,
because you're just pretty much it's just a long manji. And then now like it's like MSP like since 2008 when I got here, it just opened 3 years prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the first year, all like the Shingo and all those guys, like they were all street drifters. Like Ozawa and all those guys were all street drifters.
Mm-hmm.
Then they came there and everybody was off the track and everything, so they got used to drifting on the circuit. The timing and all that stuff is different. And then also now, back in the day, everybody would go, you come down, you go second. Sometimes you're down, you're in third, downshift to second, you initiate, and then everybody would shift up to third right at that point where you're coming back.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice, like a lot of the higher level cars now, they're already in third gear because you don't. And it's real because it's turning back and doing all that stuff and then shifting. You miss gear. I mean, I missed a bunch of gears trying to do that. Second and third. I know, like you're laughing because you done it too.
That was my first crash.
Yeah. My first one too. I crashed into the wall. That the brake. Somebody crashed before, knocked the tires away. Then I crashed into the wall, like the wall, like nothing there. Then the next time I wrecked,
they have that split.
Yeah, I crashed right. You're right there.
Yeah.
Right in the corner.
Yep.
Yeah. Right in the corner, man. So everybody's done it. So now they just, they're like, getting third. Even if it's in third and you got a clutch kick, you're already in third. You don't have to like reach down and shift your hand still on the wheel.
That's when I was learning how to go into third at that bend and do the clutch kick. But I didn't put in third and clutch kick anyways.
Yeah.
Just out of habit.
Yeah, man. So and then a lot of time too, it's so much stuff's going on. Then you go to second and you're trying to like concentrate on putting it in third and not like going to first. If you get in there, you're fucked. Then going to fourth, and then you're like, everything falls off. So everybody's done it, man. But that's what I do now for my cars now with the power I have now. I just go first, even if you short shift it first, second, third, and then you just clutch kick and you just ride it third. And then I kind of raise my RPMs up to 9,000. Just so I have enough. If I go over it, I can go up and I don't have to like sit on the rev limiter. Because that's another thing they'll see too, like you mentioned, the second gear.
Yep.
And it's obvious. He just yeah. So and all the cars are different, man. So it just depends on the car. If it's a fun car or a prep car and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can consistently do that line in second.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to make my line wide from the start.
Mm-hmm.
So then after the first bend, once I'm coming up to the second one, it's like I'm throwing my car towards like the tire. There's a big tractor tire there.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like graze that ditch area and then you swing it again.
Yeah. I crashed into that tire. I wrecked my 33. I hit that tire, did a 180 and landed on top of that hill. And that tire like hit it hit in between the door and the A pillar, and then like the car was like it was a C shape. They smashed it, dude. And that one was I went way, you come on and you initiate the corners right here and you want to kind of clip that with your wheel and then go out. I was way out here and I went around. I knew I was off and then I hit the wall. Then I tried to scan it and flick out of it and it understeered like from that wall. It came back, hit the wall, clutch kicked and then it understeered and it hit the tire. And and this was it was in third, but it was third going the wrong way. So all the power was going like that way. Then I tried to I could save it but it was too late, man. At the time the tire I was using I was just getting to that point where I needed to have grip on the rear and front. So I had like Federal 595, the regular 595s up front. And this was the first edition. They weren't grippy at all. And it just understeered, man. I'm like, fuck, man. And I got another one, swapped it out in a week, and I was back at the track. Another 33 is the one that's actually sitting outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's everybody wrecks, man. If you ain't wrecking MSP, man, you're not pushing it.
Yeah.
And so you get so don't feel bad about that, man. Everybody does the same shit, man. But
I kind of felt good about hitting the wall. It kind of like broke that barrier. Like, all right,
he's like, all right, what's next?
I can go harder and faster and know like I'm not gonna get hurt or something.
Yeah. Maybe pretty good. Your car had a cage in it and stuff like that, or
yeah. Fortunately, I was able to like understand that I wasn't gonna straighten out and had enough time to tap the brake and hit the side brake and kind of slide into it and just ricochet off.
Oh yeah.
So I just bent my fender, smashed the light. That was it.
So it was still drivable and everything. You drove there. You drove. Okay. Yeah, man. It's not bad, man.
Oh no, this car stays at MSP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the then a lot of guys were I got Quan's car out there too, the white with the green hood, and everybody was like community drifting that one.
Yeah.
Like, man, you guys are like drifting a fucking death trap, man, because he had the damn seat. I don't know if you've seen it, but the seat was.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's a no go. And then as I was bringing it here, I stopped driving it. As I was bringing it here, I got in a seat, and then the bracket like snapped off just by getting in it. The little L
seat bracket.
Yeah, it was like a little L, a little wood cornering bracket, and it went to like they welded it to the seat and then welded it to the wishcon was like booger welds, so it wasn't even like welded. It was just like on there. So I was like, dude, you gotta fix this shit, man. And but I got it's that car's outside and everything. But yeah, man, it's you know, I mean, I'm looking forward to actually, because like I said, I will because I'm not competing, so you guys will see me more out there and everything, and it's nice to, you know, have some guys out there, because Japanese a little, even though I know them, like even though I'm like at the same level as the highest guys there, but they pick and choose their days, they train together, so they just got their thing. And my thing, man, is I don't thirst to be in anybody's circle, so I'm not gonna be like, hey man, let me tag along with you guys. So I'll drift by myself, and then they'll come out in there and they'll see that you're consistent and everything. So with the American guys out there, I'm looking forward to sliding with you guys, because when I first got in 08, dude, it was the hobby shop used to be all drift cars, all like on a Saturday, and then we all go to the track on Sunday. Like, so guys are coming there at like, you know, 11 after they wake up, and they were like, hey man, I want to change oil. Like, dude, we already fucking paid, so you know what I mean, go. It's not like you waiting on us and shit.
Yeah,
the longer we're in there, we're paying. So Floyd didn't give a fuck. Obina and Yama was there at the time. They were getting paid, so they didn't care. Floyd was just like a regular worker there at the time. And so yeah, that used to be the thing, man. Saturday we all be there fixing our shit to break it tomorrow. And it was good, man. And everybody, like, you've been around long, people PCS, and then, you know, it just died out. It used to be American Day, and then that went away. Greg left. Quan, you know, I mean not Quan, but Twan. You know, Twan is still there always, but he stays in his lane pretty much. But yeah, man, it's pretty. It's looking like, how many guys would you say right now active?
In total, we got a decent sized crew, about 15 to 20.
Not bad.
But as far as like active drifters, maybe like 8. And then people, you know, taper off PCS, unfortunately.
Yeah, kids and shit.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I'll be out there more, man. Like you said, just to you know, actually, I mean, I'll be getting my own seat time. I drive frequently, but I don't record anymore. It's like, it's after doing so many videos on YouTube, man. It's like, all right, dude. Everybody gets the picture. You can drift, man. It's for you. Got a YouTube channel or anything? Or
no.
Okay.
DC. You know,
okay.
DC?
Yeah, DC.
Yeah, he has his channel. All the videos that we put together, we just posted up on his channel.
All right. So is that the name of the? What's the name of you guys' team?
Sweet Say Sweet.
Sweet. What does that mean? 'Cause I've seen it on all the cars, man.
Yeah. Him and Dale came up with that name like 4 or 5 years ago, and then once we started getting more people out to the track and everyone started hanging out more often, kind of like made it a thing. But basically, like the direct translation in Japanese is sweet holy water. And like it's still undecided what it's really about.
That sounds like something Dale would come up with, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you got that.
It's fun.
Yeah, so y'all definitely be out. I'll be out there, and you know, just you guys got like, you just pretty much every Saturday, Sunday, or you just like
well,
the events.
Me and DC both work at the auto complex.
Yeah.
So we work every weekend. So and then we're closed every Wednesday. So we made it to where we would go out on Wednesdays. A couple of other civilian guys that can get that day off, and then so it's like Wednesdays for us, and then when we want to drift with everybody, it's on federal holidays. Yeah, so all the military guys can drive.
So it's still about
the weekends for military guys.
It's about the same then, because that's the one thing too. Like you said, that's when everybody would it would be like the President's Day, and it, like so all
July,
all those days. So back in the day, there used to be every one of those days. Like again, I don't know if you ever met Greg. Greg comes back. Yeah, Greg's OG, man. So he's been here. I mean, he was here 15 years before I got here, and they've been here well over 25, 30, almost close to 30 years probably. So Greg's a black dude. He's a rapper. He speaks Japanese fluently. So he's very charismatic. So he used to always link up the events. And after he went and left, like there was nobody like really there like to Josh tried, but Josh got stuff.
Be the middleman for the community.
Yeah, so he got his stuff going on, and so he's like, Josh is like chilling laid back, so he he really got he does his own things and got his container there and everything, but
yeah, we drive together with
yeah.
Josh.
So it kind of died off. Now that I got the shop, I'll probably look into doing like some days, but again, as far as like shop sponsor days, but that's a good amount of you got to pay up front for that, then you hopefully get the money back and everything. So you got to market and everything. Versus Japanese, I think the turnout will be good because Japanese kind of don't really, they kind of post it once and then now they're sharing it. It's pretty cool, but they kind of got that like if they build it, people will come because normally people are going to come anyway on a Saturday, so people will be there. So I might I'll see how it goes and everything, but depending on their schedule looks pretty packed this year, so might be no need for it, but I'll see. But yeah, man, it's definitely the scenes change and everything. As far as like you say, when you guys go there, do you ever channel with Japanese guys or do they just separate themselves or?
Every once in a while, yeah.
So they like how do you like?
We just started doing tandems between our group.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it because
every season we get a little bit better, a little bit closer. Things get crazier.
That's the best. That's the best way to do it, man. That's why I miss. And then like I went back and then. There was like nobody there. Like the time schedules would be different. And then when I became a contractor, we didn't work Mondays and Saturdays and Sundays. And then I would go there and then, it was boring, to be honest. Cause like drifting is cool, but like it's better when you got a group of people. Yeah. And in Beachy, I was going there by myself too. Then I would meet up with people there, but sometimes you would get there and then like the dudes would like put on their hazards, and a few times I've actually like despite them because they kind of think that everybody is below them, and especially like gaijins or whatever until you'll outdrift them or whatever. Then they'll want to hang out with you and talk to you and stuff like that. So I kind of did it a few times.
It's like a proving grounds.
Yeah, because the guys like kind of. So this one guy, he's fucking he put on his fucking hazards while we were on a school course. So the new school course, you kind of like you down to that little fucking danger zone down there where you fuck all your So he put on his fucking hazards. He stopped drifting. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna stop because if I stop, it would be like weird and like everything. So as he's going straight, I fucking drift right by his door and wave at him. And he went by, and then we came to the pits, and then he kind of came up to me. Oh, so you go drifted. Then after that, it's like he had to see that I have full control over my car because. It was a nice, it was a Mark II JZX 100. Okay. And, some of these guys, they're not hardcore. So they see your car got a little bit of scratches on it, like, oh, he's a fucking, a jerk or whatever, or a missile driver. So they do that. But I have noticed, it's a lot more cars there. Like, so how many cars do you have there?
Where?
At MSP?
Currently zero. But every off season, we just tow it back to the house.
Okay.
But I leave it there in the summertime.
Okay. Yeah, because I seen when I got here, man, there was like 6 cars, and when you first go in the gate, that one MR2 has been there since forever. Yeah. And then there was like that car, and then like maybe 6 or 7 cars, and that's it. And so the rest was just parking lot. So it was all like it would be like the advanced parking lot drifters, and then the beginner. So I'm pretty sure there's some guys in your crew that's like, dude, you got to get out of the parking lot, man.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
because now it's just like.
Just know it's like kind of the cars right. Yeah, the cars
and then
there.
The section where you can drive.
Yeah,
it's all beat up.
Yeah, right there, the holes. Yeah, so that and then you don't want to drift next to somebody's parked car and almost smash it or whatever. Then Josh Containers right there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that used to be nothing but space, man, all the way down. Like those junk cars in the end, none of that stuff was there. Okay. So if you look at my old videos on there, you'll see, man, it's just there was no cars on the side here next to the garage. There was no cars in the middle. So now everybody has like 3 or 4 like cars there. I had 6 or 7 there at one time until I got my space.
Dang.
Then I brought them all here and they're still sitting there. So yeah, man, it's definitely changed. The wall is I don't know if you hear on the wall they raised the wall up.
Yeah.
So that because it was the whole Nico
or something.
Yeah, the whole Nico. That was the whole Nico. When the girl died in Nico and stuff like that, man. Yeah. So other than Nico, any other tracks you're looking at you want to get to in your time?
I'd like to hit them all.
Yeah.
Eventually, some point in time.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. MSP is a great track.
Yeah, but it's nice to be able to and it's not like they don't care, man. They know this is our home track, and it's not like they go. I mean, Masanori competes at all the tracks and anything, so it's not like they got to do that. There's a new track opening up. Actually opened this March called Sunrise.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go there, and that's why I bought the Subaru because I'm like I can go there with S14, but I can go there with a Subaru, and everybody's like, what the fuck is that? That's like a what the fuck car. It looks like it don't operate, but it's pretty quick.
It used to be like a rally track or something.
I'm not sure what it was. I could tell that it was something there before because they didn't do all that in that time frame.
Yeah.
I think it was a rally something because they're gonna have it's gonna be it's gonna be drift, the rally, the other like the motocross rally, whatever, like the closed circuit course. And they got one, then they're gonna have like the grip circuit and everything. So it looks pretty promising. They haven't really. Their website sucks, like all the Japanese sites. Yeah. They're horrible to interpret, and then they use like a different kind of programming, so you can't even translate it. It's like pictures.
Really?
Yeah. So like if you put a picture of a calendar, you can't automatically translate that. So my Japanese is okay, but I don't speak kanji at all. But I'm gonna hit that up, and I'm trying to see when the first drift event is. I don't think they had one yet, and I'm go there and everything for their inaugural one and slide or whatever. So, but yeah, it's right in between. It's it looked like it's about an hour south of it's like Beachy is here. It's kind of like you gotta go over, and it's right here. Then Nico is over. So
it's like between Beachy.
Yeah,
and Nico?
It's right between. Okay. It's right between them. So it's cool because you can hit in a weekend if you wanted to go to or Nico. And if your car makes it, then you go up to hit that track up and hit up the Beachy is always some track is always open.
Yeah,
that's why like a Beachy. MSP is the same way too, but like MSP we get spoiled because you can't go to like Nico any day. It really sucks.
That's what I love about MSP.
Yeah,
I go there every day.
Yeah,
and do something.
Yeah. And then the cool thing is like I'm pretty sure you've been there by yourself before. Yeah,
just
by yourself.
On my car. Practice, just hang out.
Dude, people would kill for that. And you I pay
40-minute drive
and $40, $45, and they and then the dudes. So now when you see you got buddies in the States that drift or anything.
Yeah.
So now you probably laugh at their posts and they're like, yeah, man, we're getting ready for this event, and you're like, we don't need to get ready for events. It's like every day if you wanted to, but they're paying $180 for 3 15-minute sessions.
Wait in a line.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's definitely it's the same way. You snowboard at all or?
No.
Yeah, so it's the same way, man. Like snowboarding, like we got all these mountains like right there. You got Hokkaido, which people fly over here. They fly over here for vacation to board there, and it's an hour away for us, man. Yeah. So I snowboard.
I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
But I plan to eventually.
Yeah, most guys who I know that drifting, man, they get hooked on it because it's like it's not. You're kind of like you're just going like this, so it's like manji. Once you start going straight, it's like it's kind of like manji. So a lot of drifters I noticed they do snowboard and everything. They correlate the two to like you're just because you steer with the back same way.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing and everything, man. So far, I mean, what do you like in 5 years? You see yourself like here in Misawa or moving somewhere else or what's your plans for that time, man?
5 years.
Yeah.
I'd like to be here.
Yeah.
Doing it big, getting better at drifting. Mm-hmm. Right now I'm doing like body work and paint with a partner of mine and trying to give back to the community in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Just be part of the drift community here.
Yeah. It's pretty good, man. Like I said, I'll definitely be around more. Like I said, it's the first. It's 4 years. It's crazy, man. It's 4 years of business for me. The first 5 years is critical, man. You can't. People think you get a business and you fuck off. Like I can go to MSP every day if I want to.
Yeah.
Number one, it's money. Number two, if I'm not here, I'm not making money unless I'm on the road, doing some stuff and transporting cars. So you can do that, but then you'll be out of business, man. So like that first 5 years is critical. After you get past the first 10 years, then you're pretty much you're set because you got those networks and stuff set up. Like so, I mean now with my car shipping, I can ship anything anywhere. I can get anything from anywhere. Like I can touch any corner of the earth.
Wow, that's
legal. You know what I mean? So as far as that stuff, man, like, and it took 3 years to find because I tried people and they were slow, and I finally got a guy, and same guy I bought these trucks from. So now it's just expanding the network, And the thing about it, this dude was watching me like for 2 years because he was looking for a partner up here, but I was only one and just doing the work. And again, I don't really care about what people say, man, but I do. Shit gets back to me, and my style is very for right now. I mean, we're just cool talking and everything, but for business, man, I'm very stern, man. And the reason you gotta be that because I'm by myself, so I can't afford to fuck up like that, man. Because you do that when you let shit slide and you're like, oh, that's cool and that's cool. Then that's cool adds up to like something getting messed up. And then now as a business owner, you got to deal with that, man. So that's the biggest thing I tell guys going into business, even side business, you got to, if you're offering a service, wheels, body kits, whatever, you got to, when you ship that shit out, get a guy a tracking number, give him pictures, like do all the stuff that you would want done for you to them. And then you have no problems, man. So, cause I know, I might talk to Mike and he was like, yeah, man, cause I asked about you and everything. And he was like, yeah, man, he's, a hardworking kid. He's not kid, he's a kid, maybe 26, but he's like he's learning the crafts and learning how to flip stuff and all that stuff. And I was like, cool, man. And that's right after that I hit you up because again I didn't know you, man, and I didn't know if again it's like a small faction of people here that everybody knows in my shop, man, but whatever they heard or whatever stories they hear, they assume is a certain kind of way, and I'm like, nah, dude, it's a business, just like when you go to home ec, you don't hang out in home ec, and I don't do the hangout shit. And I don't have time for it right now. So eventually this summer, if things kind of go up and I got like, 3 months worth of rent in the bank, then I can kind of throttle back and have like a car meet and, a game day or whatever and stuff like that. But for right now, I just got to press through it, man. That's, I don't know. I'm not sure if you're looking to get into any like, business and stuff or
right now it's just, I'm self-taught, figuring it out.
Same.
Yeah. Originally, I just started picking it up because, I had body kits that need to be fixed. Yeah. And my friends, we started driving better and harder, and everyone's car started to break. Yeah. So eventually, we all had to start fixing stuff.
Yeah. That's shit, man. You can't, and that's why, because the bulk of the guys who are active are drifters here, and that's why, like, I make my posts, and I do say, and it's not like nothing apologetic about it. I do say like I don't make money from drifters. The reason why is because I'm a drifter myself, and I never went to another shop for anything drift related. Because if you do that, you're not gonna make it long as a drifter, and every drifter becomes a body guy by default. Yeah. So now I can do
true that.
Yeah, I can do mid-level body work. After that, I default to Ozawa or something like that. Like cores. I've changed so many cores, like just drilling them out, putting a new one on there. As long as then you see the red one over there. I got that. So that actually after looking at it again, it needs some work. But the top is actually savable. The bottom is just the K rail is a little fucked. But it still slides. It'll still go sideways. So nice. I'll make that happen and everything. Probably regular VVTi swap, something like that. So then I know everybody like got stuff like I think with Blind got the kit off of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So I was like, I seen it there and I got on base and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I ended up getting the wheels.
Oh yeah.
Just drift spares.
What kind of wheels were they?
They have TRD caps. I didn't actually look at.
They're like black color.
Like black 6 or 7 spoke wheels.
Yeah, man. This wheels like whatever, man. Yeah. Like you buy cars at drifters, like those wheels ain't gonna stay on there. It would be mixed up and everything. So I got the dude hit me up. Miguel hit me up when he first night he wrecked it. I guess Mike had told him to hit me up. And at the time, I was on the road, and he hit me up and he said, something, he crashed this and that or whatever. And I was like, nah, I'm good, man, because I just sold like a car, and I was like, trying to be cool and not buy more cars.
Yeah.
And then I hit him back up like, actually, I do need a car, man, because I'm trying to get multiple cars together for I'll start up my rental. I did drift rentals a while ago, so I'm gonna start that back up.
Okay. Cool.
And that'll be for guys who more so for guys coming out of town. And they want to slide a car at MSP, so I organized that and everything. So it's perfect for that because it's already, it's already been crashed, so it's already been broken in.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah, it's just, but I don't know. The bottom part is really like it's that part just needs to be. You got to cut it in half and then line it back up and then weld it back together. So that part that just holds the fucking radiator. Like big deal.
Yeah,
it's like
that's all it does.
If the radiator's a little bit crooked, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna cool the engine. Doesn't matter, man. So. That's one thing about drifters, man. We I know you see that, man, when if you go to car meets and like dudes will be hopping over like a little scratch. You're like, dude, seriously?
I don't go to car meets.
I don't care for them either, man. The one you see me up with I just kind of went there to that little war right there, and I was like, I was just trying to get Subaru customers, and it worked. That's all I did that thing for. That's all I only went for, because everybody thought I was GTR or Nissan only. I was like, I do fucking anything. So I don't, car meets are just like, I could tell you just.
I've been to Cars and Coffee a couple times. Yeah. And it was cool. I mean, I just like driving.
Yeah.
I don't like hanging out in parking lots too much.
Yeah. And it's, with that, man, it's two different,
unless it's like at nighttime for like mountain driving or something. Meetups.
Yeah. So I retired from there. I wrecked my my D1 car at one of the spots out near Hakoda or whatever. But
wow. Yeah,
that was bad. $60,000 in a fucking hole, and I had to leave it. But I got it out of there, survived that night, and done. I was done. And think about it, I didn't drift before that night happened. I didn't drift on the street for like four, maybe 5 years, and I went out there and my level was up. I was going third gear, fourth gear, and it was like, dude, it sounds cool, you're fast, but like second gear, because I never drifted with this crew of guys. I was drifting down south.
Okay.
And the guys were like, yeah, man, like second gear only. And I coming out of fucking hill wide open third gear, and like sure enough, man, I was too fast, way too fast. By the time I realized what I was seeing, it was too late. I would hit a turn, guardrail, did a 180, went down a hill 10 feet, hit a tree. And
that was in Amori?
That was in that rest stop. I'm pretty sure you've been there before. It's the rest stop. It's the rest stops over here in the back, and like they drift on like a little I forgot, it's near going towards like Tawada.
Oh, is it it's like an abandoned rest stop, and then it's like a triangle around it. Yeah. So went there and everything, and some dude that just hit it. He hit. Luckily, somebody crashed into it a week prior, and he like bent it over. If I would have hit it like that, it would have been even worse, because I just nipped it, and it was enough to. I was going like this, then the car like what the fuck happened, man? Something happened when I hit the back of the car hit, and then it did like a 180 and it slid down the hill. Luckily, I had a roll cage in there, hit the tree, like it slid down into the tree sideways. Yeah. Damn. So I couldn't. I had to jump had to get out of the passenger side and everything. So fucking RB26. Fucking firing us on horsepower, sitting in the ditch, and had to leave it. So I was pulling all the stickers off, and just in case the cops came, sponsor stuff and everything. And then I had to leave it. Next day, the guy, dad picked it up, brought it to the house and everything. And the same night, my insurance expired. Wow.
Yeah, so it was gonna be.
That was close.
Yeah. Well, it expired. And he was gonna use it as a write off. Okay. And to collect some money or whatever, and I gave him like $200, but I had to pay him like $1,000. It was like $1,200 and everything. And so that was. Yeah, it was bad, man. So all that sent me back like 2 years. Then I got the Sylvia out there and then swapped everything over from that. So that one fucking night, man, it fucked me up I didn't do the next season, and then I came back in that season after that. I got out of the military, so it really was like no money. Too much going on. Yeah, so I was working at the PAX terminal. Okay, there's barely no money. Yeah, and then I got picked up at the what was it? I got picked up at the F-16s working over with Twan. Okay. After that, man, it kind of got back, and that's when after that same 2015 was when I got my pro license and everything. But that shit, man, like I said, I don't know if that's your goal to get there, man. But I tell everybody, man, that shit's from a guy who got the license. It's bullshit, man. Like, cause I mean, it's cool to say you're like a pro driver, but at the same time, it's not like you're gonna go to Hollywood and get into the A-list club. He's like pro, like what the fuck's a drifter? Like somebody that walks around or something? Or
it seems like all the the pro drivers have their like, they just got those like big circles of connections and stuff. Yeah,
that's all it is, man. Yeah. That's all it is. And then you're competing against that. You compete against, because the thing about it, what really sucks, and I love drifting, the act of it, but I've gotten back after I got my license. It's back to the same point where I almost don't want to do it, because like if you don't hang out with I'm not an ass kisser, man. So I'm not gonna hang out with these dudes and fucking send them gift cards, because like the judges, the same 3 dudes for FD, for D1. So what happens, and I've seen it firsthand, dudes hanging out and getting wasted the night before, and then those same dudes you're drinking with and everything and fucking groping girls with, you're judging them the next day, and so they already got like a bias. Yeah. And that's what I don't like about it, man. And so you can't fuck up. You gotta be razor sharp, especially if you're driving American against Japanese. You can't. Yeah. You to get that nod, you gotta be like no mistakes. Like if you do a little brake check or your wheel straightened up once or a little e-brake a little bit too long, done. So it is what it is, man. It's part of the thing, but it's like it was figure skating or whatever. Anything that's judged is always going to be biased there. But I tell guys, like, I mean, from my experience, and I've had sponsors and all that whole suit, all those sponsors, none of them I work with anymore because they weren't real, man. Like the actual suit maker itself, like that day I dropped them that same day of that picture. I dropped them because the dude, I kind of like, I'm not a small guy. I was putting on weight and everything, and the fucking suit ripped. So I sent him a picture. He's like, hey, you looking kind of chunky in that suit. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, that's what he says.
Damn.
Some like Jersey Shore looking motherfucker, man. Like he's like got the old guy with the tan and the fucking the whack. He looks just like Jersey Shore, one of those dudes, the Guidos. Yeah, fucking Guido, man. And he's like, you're looking a little chunky in that suit, and there was like no LOL behind it. Like he was serious. I'm like, all right, dude, thanks for your help. Never fucking messaged this guy again, and I never wore that suit after that day. That's why I was hanging up downstairs. But all those guys in there, I don't deal with anymore. Well, there was nothing. It was nothing really binding. So if you go towards the sponsor thing, it's nice to have. I got this guy and got that guy. Then like you're not winning. Then a guy with a blank car is beating everybody ass. Like that kind of makes you look stupid.
Yeah.
So it's that, and you know, I felt it, and then people looking at you and laughing like, "Oh, you got all the sponsors, but you're not fucking winning." So it doesn't mean it. The sponsor thing is it's a need for it at the GP level, the FD level, but you're still going to pay a lot of money. Yeah, so it's not. It's all funding. Yeah, it's funding, but now I'm in a position now where I got a shop, so I don't need any of them because and I wasn't asking for money. But now it's like if you want to get a bigger sticker or equivalent size to my shop, you got to kick out some money. So I wasn't asking for any entry fees. I didn't ask for any road fees. So that's what sponsors pay. If you're winning, they'll pay your entry fees for a year. Okay. They'll pay your hotel. They'll pay like whatever you got to pay to do that. And so that's how that works, man. So everybody, if you ever start going that way, you got questions, man, just let me know about that, and I can fill you in on the real thing. The real thing for sponsors though is if you didn't sign a contract, it ain't a real sponsorship. It's just like they're egging you on to promote their shit.
I see.
Yeah, that's all it is, and it's a smart way to do it. Mishimoto is one of them. They do it. They got all. If you look on their page, it's like they're sponsoring 50,000 people because the way they see it is people like, oh, I'm sponsored, and everybody goes around town. And they say I'm sponsored this or sponsor that, and then they selling parts.
Giving out little discounts.
Yeah, 15%, man. 15%. That's. So I mean, it's not. You can do it without sponsors. You just gotta plan properly. And the thing about it, if they come to you, then it's a good thing. If you go to them, it's not gonna be a two-way street. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're like, I don't know how to explain it, man, but you if they find you and call you up, hit you up, they're really genuine about it. If the other way around, you're like, they get messages every day. I mean, I didn't even advertise this. I got one guy who's going to be driving with under my banner, but I selected him. Like I followed him. I knew him for a while, and they get messages all day. Hey man, I got this many YouTube hits, and I got this many this, that, and the other. Can I get like some engine mounts for my 1JZ S13 swap or whatever? You're like, nah, son. Like they get that mail every day, man. So I get sponsor requests and I get people who want to work here, and I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't need any staff right now, man. So, but yeah, man. So like, so right now you're primarily on base doing your thing there, and you haven't like looked out at any shops and stuff off base or anything like that, or
for work or
like doing side stuff. Yeah, so it's not honestly it's my shop, what you call me, and then like a few other people. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty content right now working on base.
I mean, it seems good, man. Like I said,
Auto hobby shop's always a cool place to be at for the most part.
Well, one thing envious that you guys fucking got it now is the welding shop, man. The welding, because we do for years. We were trying to get that. We kept asking about it. This is back when everybody's in the dorms. Okay. And you can't really, I did diffs in the parking lot, and I welded a diff right in the dorm. I had my welder plugged up to the thing and
in the dorm parking lot.
Yeah, welding shit right there. Fucking extension cord, and the cops just roll by and they just shake their heads and keep going. But yeah, man, I did all that shit right there. I was in I used to be in 667 by the bowling alley. Okay, yeah, I know that. And but I mean, a hobby shop, it was it went from being like packed until like it just kind of became a ghost town. And then when I moved off base, I had my garage, so I didn't really need it anymore. So then I didn't go for a while. And then like I said, I see Mike I went back there the other day, and I seen the it's pretty nice, man. Like that would have came in handy.
He said
dude.
it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
He was saying that before it used to be like pitch black, dark in there.
Yeah.
It was like lamps, old lamps.
Then he came in there like his first week there. He got he had got the drop down air hoses from the So he had like because before it used to be on the back wall and you had to roll it out and everything, and then it'd be all in your way. Now you could just retract it. So it's definitely but the hobby shop it did a 180 when Mike got out the military pool and started working there and then implementing changes. Then there was like in that process there was a little dip because I remember one time guys like they didn't have like an engine lift or something. It was something like it was a shortage of tools or stuff was getting broken or whatever. Then it seemed like he's got it. It came back up. I mean the welding thing alone, dude. Like it would have been so many welded discs back there. I don't know if you guys allow it, but
it's still a new program.
Yeah. So you got to do. Well, how's the program work for the? I mean, just to explain it a little bit.
You got to take a class. I think it's like 3 or 4 sessions. After the instructor signs you off, then you're free to rent a welding bay. Yeah.
How's the fee set up and everything?
For the class?
For like is it like a fee for the gas, fee for the welding rod or the material or whatever? Or?
Yeah, there's a small fee for the materials.
Yeah.
And then if you're trying to order stuff, you can go through Mike to get metal and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's mostly for like you have to, whatever now it's set up to you have to bring whatever you're welding or work on, you got to bring into the room,
into
correct?
The bay, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't really weld anything
can't
on
weld
the car
because the gas tank and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they got. I'm pretty sure he'll probably get like a mobile for out in the bay because it's easy. You have a 110 MIG as long as it's still or we got the CO2 argon. He could do like a stainless steel, which most exhausts here are stainless steel now. Yeah. So you can't weld it with the regular MIG style. So the what was it, flux core. So they'll probably get like a little cart that you can roll around, tack it up, take it off, and then take it in the back and then weld it up and everything. Because that's one of the things, the biggest thing that hold people back from doing stuff. But I mean, it's still better than like we had like nothing, man. And I used to bring my welder there. Right. I had a Lincoln welder, it was just downstairs. I used to bring it there and weld, and Glenn would push me in the back. I don't know if you know Glenn. Yeah. But Glenn would say you got it because it was legal. It was not allowed. Okay. And the only reason Glenn allowed me because I was there for so many years, and Floyd, I was there, and it was like just nobody had to close the door, and then it was all like dark and dinky in there. And now I went there, it's all like bright and air flowing and no tires. Yeah. So what did they put? They store tires? You don't do that no more? Or?
We do. Yeah. Okay. We got a whole new warehouse.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's across the street.
Across the street. Okay. Yeah. By the on the gym side.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's cool, man. Like I said, it's nice. Like I said, I was curious to see how things are going there, and I, like now I got my card, so I can actually get on base now. I got the
cool.
Yeah, nice. So I can actually get. So you'll see me popping in and out, man. I don't stay there too long, man, because I got shit to do here. But I got stuff on there, drop off parts, pick up parts, and the first thing I went when I got my card was I went and checked out the Chaser. Then he dropped it off at the visitor center that night and everything. Okay. So I just wanted to see it. And I was like, yeah, it's good. It'll go sideways. That's what I said. Yeah. It's all good, cool. Man. But yeah, man, other than besides drifting, you do any like gaming, music, anything like that, or any others? Yeah. Extracurricular?
PC gamer.
PC?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. What are you playing right now?
Sekiro Shadow Dies Twice.
What is
a From Software game.
Okay.
Like Dark Souls, stuff like that. A big one that just came out that's getting really popular, Escape from Tarkov.
I've seen some of that stuff, man. What's your specs on your system like?
i7 Intel processor, 1070 GTX, 1 terabyte hard drive. It's pretty basic, but it gets the job done.
You built it here, or you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's a lot of guys don't really like got PCs. Shit, man. High school was computer repair electronics, and I used to go around fixing everybody's computers. Nice. That's how I got into That's how I got into tuning. Because the tuning, like when I got into the game, 2006, 2005 was when I started tuning, and that's when it started going to like PC. XP was like hot back then, and Haltech was coming up, and everything was getting PC based. So I started seeing this like, this is a computer. I can manipulate this and everything. So I started doing that, man. So like before cars, way before cars, I was doing computers, like just breaking them down, tearing them apart. Ghost, like we had I'm from Baltimore City, and one program we had is we take like this is back in the day, man, when they had like NIC network interface cards. So we had to take like we get all these computers free from Social Security, and we had to ghost them. So you have like you ever heard of ghosting before?
No.
So ghosting is old school, man. It's basically copying. You got to make sure the network card, again, back in the day, man, network cards in the same slot one, PCI. Then you got to make sure the hard drive is set up for the same way. It's got to be set up for the master and everything and all that stuff in the same IDE cable, everything. So what you would do is you set them all up, 7 computers, and you have your one master. And then one master dubs. So you plug them all up. The monitors will stay up there. You had the cable, put the system there. And this is when the systems are heavy as shit. So you put all the systems there. And then out of 7, one would always fail. It's like something in the matrix or whatever. It will always fail. Which one that fails could be 1 this time, 6 this time. So then you would just keep that one there and put 5 new ones full, 6 more. Then you repeat the process. So we did I did personally maybe about 500 or 600. And then what happens? They go to like the elementary schools, and it's just this is back in the day when computers were just starting to become a thing in the schools. So that's what I did, man. For like in high school, I went to a vocational school, and then so like far as your school, like did you do any? You went to school over here or?
No, I graduated high school in Germany.
Oh shit, man!
At Ramstein Air Base.
Yeah. And
then my dad moved here. This is his last base.
Okay.
So then I just stuck around here. After
Is he still here or is he?
No, he's retired. He's in Texas now.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. So it's like you're like one of the few guys I know, man, that just like same thing kind of came here and just like, I'm staying, man. See you later. So how was your dad as far as like when you say you're gonna stay here? Did he like give any pushback or he just like, all right, cool?
He wanted me to enlist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's cool. Him and my mom's supportive.
Was the officer enlisted? Is your dad
enlisted?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So they
He did his 20. He did his whole career military pretty much.
What was his job?
LRS.
LRS.
Yeah, he was a logistics planner.
Okay, so he worked out of 13 because I was vehicle ops. I was LRS too.
Okay.
So I did vehicle ops over here. So did he work like in a TMO building or was like the 13? It's like 13,
he
30.
He bounced back and forth between. There's a hangar by the gas station.
Yeah, 949.
And then that's across from like the PAX terminal, and then the main LRS building.
Okay. How long was he here?
2014 through 16.
Yeah, I was already out. I got out in 2012. Yeah, I got out of the military in 2012. I got here in 2008. So yeah, so when you say LRS, I was like, man, I don't know when you got it by name, but yeah. So that's pretty cool, man. The you guys retired and everything. So what is he doing? What is he doing in Texas and everything?
He's just living life,
just chilling.
Yeah,
man.
Did his time pretty much.
Yeah, man. Most of the guys they get out, man, and they go right back. They'll be off for 2 weeks and they'll go right back into their same job, man. It's like a civilian. The only thing changes. It's still the same everything, and that's changes. I was trying to do GS, but then I was like, nah, I don't want to do because GS will make you. You could be here for 4 years or 3 years or whatever. And then the next thing you know, you'd be in like Alabama, like no shit. Like nah, man, I'm not trying to do that. So I did the contract. The contracting is very iffy because you can have a job for 4 years.
I heard.
Yeah, it's real. You kind of work one day like, yeah, we don't need you guys anymore. Contract's over. Then you just got to figure out like, okay, you got what 90 days.
Yeah, a couple of my friends are working jobs like that.
Yeah,
they said it's pretty secure for now.
Well, you know Jay, right? Tababa. Yeah, Jay's kind of he's been in that situation like every year, man. He's like, I can't. So now it's screwed up his rate. Like he don't even drift much anymore because
I'm always hitting him up like, hey, when are you gonna come drifting? He's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I might not be here.
Yeah, same thing, man. Because he got the 33, he took it off the road and he's driving a K car. Then he and then every time he in the 33, I'm like, dude, like I can't see. It's like it looks like the car is driving itself because he's under the seat. Yeah. But Jay's a cool guy, man. He got me I'm not gonna say what he got me, but he hooks me up a lot for stuff there at the hazmat store. So I get you get
very resourceful man.
Yeah. He's always hitting me up like, hey man, you need this, you need that. Like, nah, I need this though. He's like, all right, cool, I'll get it. Yeah. And everything. So yeah, man. But his situation with that job, yeah, it's like it'll be cool, and then next thing you know, they don't know if they're gonna get the contract, and he's not working for like 2 months.
That must be rough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's cool. I guess it's cool enough to where when it's cool, he don't want to, you know, go anywhere else. But I was like, dude, you need to find something else, man, because it's like you're here, but it's like you still kind of got that military feel because you're like trapped in that job or whatever, man. So like I said, it seems like you're happy there at the hobby shop, man. It's definitely, I mean, it'll probably, like, things will probably change. I mean, people will always go in and come. So, you know, the vibe that it has there now could possibly change and everything. And, you know, as long as you got like your, you know what I mean, you're not like, you know, that's your only option. So, I mean, but on base, it kind of, being here in Misawa, it kind of is like I mean, it's like you here or you work at the commissary or you work there. Then the contracting jobs are very tight knit. So you got to know somebody to get in there.
Yeah, I'm hoping, like, for now, I'm content with it being a part of the base. But if I'm gonna stay here, eventually, it's I'm gonna have to do it another way. Yeah.
You got no girlfriend and wife or anything like that, or?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend right now. Yeah.
Japanese or?
No, she's from Vietnam.
Oh shit. She's on base or?
No, she's off base.
Okay.
Yeah. She works here.
Okay.
In Misawa.
Yeah, so it's cool. I mean, I got my wife's Japanese. And so I'm like on green card or whatever. Yeah. Whatever you want to say it. It's pretty much a green card. So like she threatened, like one time, like we were arguing, she like threatened me. I'm like I told her, I was like, I really don't, if you threaten me with the fucking card, like I really don't give a fuck. She was trying to see like if I was gonna be like, oh yeah, and then like start, you know, fucking kissing her ass. Like, nah. Like if you want to take away the card, I'll find a fucking way to stay here. Like, trust me. Cool thing about it is all this is in my name, business and everything's all in my name. So nice. They would never, you know, not saying, you know, never say never, but if something happened, like I wouldn't be like asked out and like have to, it's all in my name. I mean, I would just I would apply for a work visa, but that's just, it's not going to happen, man. She's my wife's that pink evil out there is hers.
Okay.
And I met, it was red when I met her, and Ozawa painted it. But I met her and I was like, it was cool because I was like, I don't have to convert her to a car person.
Oh, she was prior already in the car.
Yeah, she was already, her brother drives a Blue Evo, so they were all, and she's like she was a tomboy. Okay. So she was a prior club girl in Misawa, so you know she did her thing, and you know when we're the same age, we're 36, and she was like feeling, I'm like, dude, I bang chicks all around Germany, fucking Iraq, everywhere. Like, I guarantee you, like, you're nowhere near my numbers. So she was feeling bad. Like every time we see somebody in public, I'm like, dude, I banged his wife before they got married. Like seriously, dude. I was like, she's like, I know a Nazi. I was like, yeah. She's like, I know a husband. Like, yeah, I used to hang out with her, and hang out means, you know. So she was like, I'm like, we go out or whatever. She would make eye contact. I'm like, I kind of could put it together. Like, I mean, he's been here a long time. You've been here a long time. Like, I mean, it probably like I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as it ain't happening now, we're cool and everything. So yeah, that's all past. I'm like, I mean, dude, if I honestly, I don't even. She was asking me like, you know, like how many people you been with? I'm like, dude, I don't even fucking know, man. Between college and because high school, I was like, I played 3 sports. Okay. And I was all into computer shit and building computers and doing a lot of weird shit, weird science shit, man. Like trying to link up Packer Bell with Apple and all types of crazy. Because it was either that or be out in the streets and getting shot at and stuff like that. So I just stayed in the house.
Stay busy.
Yeah, when I wasn't playing sports, and so I didn't mess with any girls in my high school. And when I went to college, I kind of made up for missed time or whatever, man. It's like went crazy, man, and like. You know, 4 chicks. I think my record was 3 chicks in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It was like,
it's college, right?
Yeah. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to class that day. So I had them scheduled. So like I had one come in the morning time when my roommate was out.
Scheduled out.
Yeah.
And everything? Damn.
Then I went over to one place, and then the next day my roommate was pledging to not sorority, what's the fraternity? Fraternity. So he was always like gone. So like I had the whole fucking room to myself because he couldn't sleep. He was like had to be at the fraternity house or whatever. So I had the whole room to myself, and like scheduling chicks to come over there, man. And dude, it was I'm surprised I didn't get an STD in college. I got STD. I got burnt by a chick in the Air Force.
Really?
Yeah, when I joined the Air Force, man.
Damn.
And luckily it was like the low level one, and I got that cleared up. And then the chick who gave me the medicine, she was like really nice looking, and I was trying to hit on her. It's like the worst time to talk to a chick is doing STD. She's trying to she's debriefing me on the chlamydia. And I was like, yeah, like, what are you doing this week? And she's like, nothing. Like, nothing with you. It's like, so that was, but yeah, man, you know, you go get around and all that stuff. So yeah, they, you know, but anyway, my wife she was into the club stuff and got out of that and everything. And now she just, you know, she doing it. We got 3 kids and, you know, a lot of the people, they just grow up and grow out of it. And then see some of them that be like, if you go to, you hang out down there at the downtown at all?
Not as much as I used to.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you witnessed
I used to live like downtown pretty much. So
pretty sure you seen like the dudes who just won't leave it alone. They're like 40s, and they look like all like suspicious. And like, dude, these are all kids, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Trying to blend in with the little Hawaiian shirt and shit. And dude, I know I've been on there before too, man. Like maybe I've only been on there 5 times maybe, but every time I go down there, man, it's like weird, and I just stay away, man, because it's like a. You know, I'm from Baltimore, and there's a lot of guys that, you know, they come from some you know cities or whatever, California, Chicago, or whatever, and they're being tough, man, trying to be a tough guy in Misawa, like in a small community, and then on Monday you got to go to work and dress blues, and be a tough guy working, and you work at finance, that's like, so I just stayed away from.
It's unfortunate that some guys act like that.
Yeah, like, dude,
they go and screw it up, and then now everyone has to be back on base at 11 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, for me, man, I stayed away because I train martial arts as well. It's one of the things to do besides car stuff. And like the thing about, if you watch MMA at all or anything like that, or
not recently.
Yeah, the one thing is about a lot of those guys. If you watch interviews with those guys, man, some of the baddest fucking fighters, man, are coolest people, man. Like one of the guys, one of the top fighters in the world is actually 2. They're top Twitch gamers.
Really?
Like one guy is Sean O'Malley. He just came back after 2 years, so he got suspended for smoking weed.
Really?
And in the process of smoking weed, he was making $10,000 like every 2 weeks on Twitch, like doing the tournaments. So he just returned back. So now that maybe will go down.
Yeah.
And the other guy is Demetrius Johnson, he was a champion, and he's now actually down in Japan. He's here now because he's fighting under a championship down south called One Championship. So they're like the gaming, man. Like, you just talking all this stuff and like not knowing you're sitting next to a dude who like will rip your fucking neck off. Like, it's like, so like what I'm saying, like all I have to say, man, like the most fighters are people who do combat. I do kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, judo, and all that stuff, and they're like calm, chill people because they're not trying to pretend that they're tough or whatever. Yeah, they know. They also they don't want to fight too, because like fighting, man, like that's, you know, outside of getting in trouble, you know what I mean, you know, law and, you know, getting sued and stuff like that. You know, you fucking, you know, you do one wrong thing or wrong move, and next thing you know, the dude's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that they know that, and then I recognize that too. So that's why, you know, I don't hang out down there, because it's like, you know, you got the tough guys who want to be tough, and then somebody who else was really can control their body and then like do major damage in a short amount of time. Next thing I know, I'm fucking in jail. And this dude's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't hang out down there, man. Because when I was down there, man, I don't know how it is now when you were down there, but it was really like a wild period. And because Misawa, nobody was, you know, it was Yokosuka, Okinawa was getting all in trouble. Misawa was just like chilling up here. And then it just like flipped, and like Misawa started doing dumb shit and getting a curfew and stuff like that, man. So,
I mean, I occasionally go out with friends and stuff, but you know, I stay out of the club.
Yeah. Well, what clubs are even there? Because they seem like they close and open up every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what clubs are even around here anymore?
What is it? Club Bar Hills.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And Dacha. Yeah, right by Strat Plaza.
Yeah. Hills move like 3 times, 4 times or something. They keep moving like when I first was here, it was like you go down the steps. This Hills, right? You go down the steps and then
in the basement.
Yeah.
And then they got like that smaller one. It's called that's right. It's called One Blood. It's right next to it. It's like a smaller joint.
Yeah, because Hills was like, it was, if you go down the steps into the hard left, that was, I don't know if that's still, that was the old Hills. or I don't know if they did construction because it looked like you go in there and then you go around the corner.
Yeah.
And it's kind of you go in there and you go like this. So I think they knocked that wall down and combined.
Oh.
Because it used to be two separate. It used to be like hills was like go down the steps to the left and the door is like against the wall. You go in there and then there was like another one in the corner. Then I think I forgot his damn name, the DJ, but they like knocked the wall down and like made it so you go in there and then it wraps around and everything. So it's like a 90-degree turn and everything. But I mean this Misawa though, man. It's you know. Have you been to any other places like just to hang like other? Did you go in like Fukuoka? Well, Fukushima ain't really got nothing there.
The last Matsuri we went to, we ended up going to
Koriyama.
Yeah.
It's Koriyama. Yeah,
did some bar hopping there. It was pretty cool.
Well, Koriyama is equivalent to like Hachinohe, like how because everybody there's nothing in. You notice there's nothing in. I mean, I don't know why the fuck they didn't put a Lawson's right by the track because having to go all the way down.
Yeah.
To the 7-Eleven or whichever, man. That sucks, man. Like you got to go all, especially if you do sleep there and you wake up.
Yep.
Other than like the stuff they got there to eat.
You got to come prepared.
Yeah. Then they got did you guys eat some people were scared. Did you eat the beef that I did. The first night at Matsuri? You guys didn't go to the cookout?
No. Actually, we didn't go to any cookouts.
Yeah, it's the first night they have like they take the same meat they feed the lions is like some beef. It's good as shit.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
Oh. No.
So when you go this time, it's the first day at 6. It's always at 6 p.m.
Okay.
So you'll see it on the schedule. They got English now. It's right up there by the if you're going up and it's like the one where you can't drift the drift land. Mm-hmm. It's like right in between where all the zoo people be at.
Yeah.
It's like you go up there and everybody parks right there and they have the grills out there. So they give you like a skewer with like big chunks of meat on you. Just like sit on the grill and grill it.
And that's the same meat that they
feed the lions,
their lions,
which is lions are 50 feet from where you're eating at. So like they're inside the thing. Yeah. So it's like, dude, when you eat it, it's like you break your fucking teeth. Like it's hard, dude. It's good. It has a gamey taste.
Is there any reason why they do that? Is that just for like?
It's just beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like Kuma. So I'm like, I was asking him like, where did this come from? He's like, oh, lion, same meat. It's like,
wow.
So when you're eating it, dude, like it's not like it's beef, but it's fully done. I mean, I like my meat like medium, like well done, medium well.
Yeah.
And you bite into it, and you can like taste like the blood, like it's so you got to yeah. No, I mean when you cook it, it's just got a gamey taste to it and everything. So it's a little bit different, but I'm used to it. And they got like this sauce you just pour on top of it and everything. But
was that just for like Matsuris?
Yeah, my Matsuri, they do G1 GP they do it, but I haven't done G1 GP in a while, which I might do a few of those this year, a couple of them. But a G1 GP, they would have one cookout that night for like the event, and then next day Matsuri would start. But that night, like I said, if you guys go there this spring, it'll be like you look on the schedule, say like cookout or something like that. Okay. I mean, it's good meat, man, and it's like a free meal too, so it's part of what you're paying for. So I'll be taking that Subaru. I'll be there again with that car, and I'll probably get that if I have time to get that red 100 ready. And I'll take that there. So cool. I have 2 cars there. And then I'll probably end up leaving one. I'll probably take that one down to my buddy's shop in Saitama because I want to have a car down in like that area just in case when I do business I can stop off and grab a car and everything. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's just like I say, as far as like I say, if you need anything, like I mean, I'm really again, people don't realize how resourceful I am here, but like, dude, I'm everything in Japan. It doesn't matter if you're down in Tokyo, guys in Tokyo still order shit. Yeah. So everybody thinks like just because they're in Misawa, I hear it all the time. Oh man, dude, you could be in Tokyo. You have to order everything. Engines, there's no engine depots. They come from all in one spot, Naichi. And that's why I got an engine. So everything has to be ordered. So as far as shipping stuff, places, again, I transport. So like for us, the one thing I do for a few guys, I transport cars from like they store it here. Mm-hmm. And then once they are ready to come to Beachy, I take the car to Beachy, drop it off in the parking lot. Then I do my own thing, go down to Yokohama, Osaka, whatever, and then they get done. If I can make the Matsuri, then they'll just park it back there. And they generally give you like a week or so. Mm-hmm. So I'll go back after I do my thing. I'll leave one car, then I'll take the cars back and everything, or I'll just pick it back up on the way back and everything. So it works that way. But so I mean, as far as transportation, if you guys like need, need anything like that, I can work it out. You just gotta. They generally don't like the car sitting there for more than like a week.
At the front gate.
Yeah, at the front. Yeah. Like even if you park up in a corner, they kind of like they'll start saying stuff about it. But if it's like 24 hours or something like that before, they're cool about it. And then that works that way. So I do that for a few guys, depending on what they got going on. Then also, like I said, if you get with Times, Toyota, and Nippon, there's 3 different places you can rent a trailer from.
Is that all in Misawa?
Yeah, Times. Times is right by.
That's where we went the first time we.
Yeah, Times is the best one.
Is it?
Times is your best freight. Okay. I mean, I'm biased because I have a dealer. I have not a dealership, but a partnership with those guys. Mm-hmm. So we work out some deals and things there. Toyota is second. Nippon is like last. Toyota and Nippon they're a little bit more expensive per day. The longer you rent it, they'll knock some money off and everything. So anybody who's looking to go through there, just let me know, and I can actually work out a deal to get you save you a little bit of cash if you go through my shop to get the truck. Pretty much, I set everything up. It's not a secret. I mean, I set everything up and everything, and I get all the stuff there, so it's a little bit cheaper.
Because as of now, I think I'm the only one that's going to be getting a truck. Everyone else has plated cars. Yeah,
but it's cool because the cool thing about that is you got one. Like it sucks if 2 people wreck, but if one person wrecks, like you can easily just like put the wrecked car on a trailer and then drive the plated car back or whatever. So the odds of everybody smashing depend. Well, if you go to Minami, they're high. School course people think it's easy, but school course I've wrecked there. I wrecked there more times than anywhere else in Beachy. I smashed a wall. I dropped a ditch off, broken arms and everything. So school course is where everybody goes to crash because it's saying school course, but it's not.
Oh, it gets crazy there.
Yeah. So school courses. I used to pit there, and there used to be like little rooms you could sleep in there. But then the earthquake, everything fell on the hill. And,
was that like so? They have like the pits, where they can get on top of the pits, and then there's that corner.
Yeah. So it used to be like little. If you got there early enough, you can get it's like only two or three of them. You can put your stuff in there. And what everybody used to do is school course used to be back when I first started my series back in 2009, the hierarchy of pits. Of course, everybody wanted to be in Minami. There was the east people who had only drifted Higashi East. Then the north course. Then school course like were the top like 4. Then after that, it was like a lot of people would go to the west. The west, man. Now you've been to West Course before?
Is that the high speed?
Yeah, you go down. Yeah, that one is just the pits there, and then all the trucks are parked right there, and it's like everybody's trying to back in. I don't pit there anymore. I pit at Minami or pretty much Minami. I pit there, and
we were thinking about doing pits at North Course.
Yeah, North Course. If you pit there though, man, it's the guys that get North Course. I just don't like the hill, man. Like just in case if you fuck something up really really badly. Like
you got a point. Yeah,
going up the hill, and all your tools up there and everything. Then at that bridge, going under the bridge and everything, and you gotta wait for the car and everything. But so that's why I hang out up there, but I don't pit there because it's just like you're cut off from like the rest of the world.
That's true.
Yeah, and if you need a tow truck, I don't know how the tow trucks even access up there, but I've seen them.
The last time we went, we had everyone had their cars at the school course.
Oh yeah,
and that was cool because it was like kind of in the middle between everything.
Yeah. So
But this time around, I want to drive North Course more.
Yeah, North Course is definitely North Course is
and Toge, of course.
Yeah. So North Course, you driven it before?
No.
Yeah. So North Course, you gotta be third gear going over the crest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta.
I've done a lot of ride-alongs on that, and I've watched.
Yeah. So like I had Jarrett, I did my warm up. I was like, I'm doing warm up. My warm up lap was going into the third. He's like, holy shit, man. So I go over there and I had to chase her, and it kept breaking up, and it wasn't really. I fixed it, and after we fixed it, we had the engine had a leak in head gasket, so it was when it runs, it's fine, but it would leak gas into the coolant and get pressurized. So we couldn't really do too much after I fixed it. Well, first the pulley fell off, so we fixed that, and that was a pain in the ass. And I'm buddies with Andy and those guys there, but they I don't want to say they changed their organization. Just is a lot more robust now, and it used to be like more homey, more like tight knit, but now it's more like it's just straight business. So like even I'm like a well known guy towards those guys, but they just like I'm busy, man. I can't. I'm like cool, man. So I just I stayed away for 6 years, man, because it used to be fun, and then it became like a very competitive environment. It was supposed to be just a fun environment, and then people start coming over and being like dicks and everything, and I'm like, dude, man, I got shit to do, man. That's when I started my company too, so
yeah,
I stayed away for a while, and then I was going there by myself too, so that didn't help. But yeah, so you guys are going to spring, so I'll definitely see you guys there. I'll be there, and then I'll be around. I got a bunch of, I pretty much know like everybody there that shows up. So if you guys, we have to be around the same, introduce you to those guys and meet those dudes and see how things go. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, so they got so when you go there, so you're gonna hit north first, or like why it's fresh, or
because we got a couple guys that are going that it's gonna be their first time.
So you gotta
kind of like just follow their lead, see how they're doing.
Yeah, especially
since they're driving their plated cars. So the first day is probably gonna be taking it easy.
Yeah. But like I say, just take them to now that now you'll be able to tell them the school course is best to start there because they're familiar with MSP, so they'll be familiar with it'll click, man. Next when you drive it now that I told you that, when you go out there it'll click that like, oh, this is like it's MSP, like the back thing, you go around the back. So the back part, the little back part is like the big back part on the back side of the track where everybody kind of goes onto the hill. Yeah. So it's the same way you go down there and everything. Then you come inside. Then you come up the hill. The walls are there, so you can do a double tap if you really want to do that. So you can tap the little bricks right here, then the other walls. So you got 2 walls you can crash into, and then open and going off the track. So it's long as they stay away from the dropping the tire off the road, because that's the one thing that sucks. Yeah, I bent shit up, subframes. I snapped the I snapped the S13 180. I snapped the 180 core support in half. So we
from dirt dropping there.
It was already rusted, and the guy, we knew it. We seen it right before we left. Put it on a lift at the hobby shop. I was like, let's go, man. So we drove down there. We tag teamed it, and so we driving back to Misawa from Beachy. When you hit the brakes, the car would like pull to the right. So I mean, pretty much like the front wheels are going like this. So we drove. So I was like, and I'm like, dude, I'll drive all the way back, because he didn't want to drive it. So yeah, we junked the car, took the SR20 out of it. But yeah, it snapped. I mean, it snapped clean right in the middle, man. Just hit that bump, and then like bam. Then everything was just like the front wheels are just going back and forth because there was no tension on the wheels and everything. So and we didn't even know we actually drifted it for like another hour like that. We didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know after
we didn't know.
Drop.
I just figured like
that car probably got all bent out of shape.
Oh yeah, dude, it was fucked, man. Again, when you drop, like the wheels would be like kind of like this when you're driving. So like when you stop or accelerate, it would kind of like pull to the right, left, and then when you stop, it will pull to the right or whatever, man. It was,
so it was just like 80 clicks on the way back.
No, I was going like faster than
faster
that. Like,
oh wow!
I was like, as long as you went straight and you didn't do a sudden lane change or a sudden stop, it was actually
okay.
Like the wind it pushed your wheels back.
Yeah.
But when you stop, it would kind of it would just it would be bad. So I drove, and it's a straight shot too. So I mean, it's not too bad. So yeah, we did all the way back, man. My 33 outside, it did 6 Matsuris successfully, loaded with stuff, 500 horsepower. I would pretty much detune it, drive all the way there. I would get off Nihon Matsu exit on E. I would fill up at the base gas station. I stopped putting fuel inside the car because I just like some shit had happened where dude shit exploded and everything. I was like, I didn't really want fuel in there, so I stopped because I used to fill up the plastic tanks. Yeah, and they explode and everything. So the
that's happened before.
Yeah, if you don't relieve the pressure, it shakes up.
I see.
Yeah, when it explodes,
that's just the plastic containers.
Yeah,
so that's why the Japanese want the metal containers.
Yeah, so I didn't. Okay. And I watched the videos when that pressure of exploding also ignite. It's like a combustion, so that also it don't only explodes. It bursts into flames.
Yeah, I never understood that rule. Why we couldn't use those plastic.
Yeah, dude, it'll get. I had one, man. It get like so fucking fat that the bottom turns into like it rocks back and forth. So like, it's and right before that it explodes. They got some of the tops where the tops will pop is like a pressure valve. And most of them are sealed. It's just for kerosene. And the reason it's sealed because kerosene, like that shit stinks, and if you open it halfway, it'll be all in your car. So they got that plastic cap on it, and it just gets fat. And then what I would do, you got to go and let it off, so it sounds like you open a Sprite. So it's like shh. Then you close it back, You gotta do that like every other hour before it explode and everything. So that's why, yeah, that's why. I was wondering why, but yeah. So the metal tanks don't expand and all that stuff, man. But yeah, man, it'll be cool. Like I say, man, I'll be out there with you guys and everything, man. I don't want to hold up your time too much, man. I just wanted to chat with you, man, get to meet you and everything, and not seeing you around out and about, man. A lot of guys, again, they don't know, they don't know like how I am, so they just like maybe he's this way. I'm like, nah, dude, business is business. Got to keep it that way and everything. So there's nothing there. So again, as far as the network, man, my network is vast. So if you need anything, just hit me up via email. Yep, I know everybody in Japan, all the top shops that I deal with and everything. And between, if I can't do it, I know somebody who can get it done. Between all my services I do offer, I can do those. So pretty much performance. Most of my guys are street guys, but I mean, as far as parts, I'm connected to like 90 different companies. So anything that you got, like I got Corrigan mounts for ISR, and I bought like 3 more. I got to put them up online, but I got like, instead of buying one thing, I buy like 3 or 4, for myself. And so I got the ISR mounts, 2 more sets down there. Biggest thing is like this OEM shit, like seals and wash, like seals and gas, like the SR20 ejector O-rings. I got like fucking 30 of those. Like brand new. So like, look, because I don't just buy one. I buy like 15 because it's like 10 cents or whatever, $1. So like the O-rings, this check. I mean, sometimes I use this shit up myself, but I normally have that stuff downstairs, man. So that front building, I'm making like my own up garage. I've been here almost a year. I still ain't do it yet, but I finally finished the electrical work, and I'll be putting like my own. Like it'll be a like Mazda, Nissan, the Subaru a little bit, and then like the so pretty much you'll be able to go on a rack and like get stuff, spark plugs, versus waiting 2-3 days. Yeah. Then also tires, Federal. I'll have I'm building a rack for those, so like 215, 225s, 17s, everybody, standard size. So I'll have those on stock. That way you can just come in and grab tires and don't have to wait or order them. And I'm out, I cut guys that, the more you buy, the more I can give on a deal and everything. But I get them tires, I can get them the next day. So if you order like before 1400, they'll be here like the next day at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, that's fast.
So that's pretty. It's right. It comes from Sendai.
Okay.
Yeah. So as soon as I order, actually, if I order now, they can show up. This depends on like if they process the order, but generally like even if they order, they'll be here either the next day later or the next day following morning. So 48 hours or less. Yeah. So nice. Yeah, man. But anyway, man, like any you got any social media, anything out there you want to plug or?
I got Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. What's your Instagram?
J Beachy with 2 Y's at the end.
Just send it to me, and I'll actually I know your thing. I'll link it on there and everything, and get all the people to follow you, man. But again, man, thanks for coming through, man. Thank you. Like I said, I didn't want to take up too much. I just want to talk to you a little bit and get a feel for it. I'll probably get the other guys. Just let the definitely share it, so the other guys will probably watch it and everything, man. And again, since you're now like my ambassador for like the link between me and like the young guys. You guys are not young. It's just next generation. So definitely let the guys know, man. It's not like, I definitely don't feel like I'm above anybody. It's just I had to be disciplined, dude. Like trust you, dude. I watch videos like, dude, I want to be there, but I gotta, and that's the hardest thing when you're doing anything. This time frame is where people don't see, and then later on, after this is settled, and I'll be making like decent money without fucking people over. Because that's one thing I preach, man. Is I don't do everything straight up. Nobody's getting screwed over. There's enough of that stuff in the industry. So as a result, their rise is slower. But at the same time, I won't be around for 3 years, and then a customer come out like, hey man, this dude screwed me for like $5,000 or whatever, and then all your business is gone. Yeah. So it's better to do a slow, legit rise, and then when you get that clientele that's constantly like paying stuff and stuff like that, then I'll be able to do like drift days all over. I'll host an event. So that's my mindset is getting to the point where I can actually give back more to the community versus what I can already do for my customers and stuff like that. So parts and all that stuff, I do get decent deals on it if bought directly through my shop and everything. So I can save a little coin here and there, and that I know that all adds up. Especially when you're a drifter, shit is already, I know how to. I'm a drifter too, man. Everybody thinks I'm not anymore. All the Japanese people think I quit.
I mean, you don't have to be rich to drift.
Yeah, but it
would be nice.
yeah. I'm actually going there tomorrow. I'm taking a Subaru up there tomorrow because dude, I've been here so much, man, and like man, I need to go out there. I just gotta do some testing and tuning on it. Okay. For the Sunrise track and everything, and just get it to actually stay sideways because I actually I built that car and did grip with it. But those wheels you see on there are 15 by 10. Mm-hmm. So they're spaced out. So now they actually, before I had the wheels, like Subaru sucks. So like I would go sideways and the car would stop the wheel. It would like e-brake.
Really?
Like, yeah, it would. So I had to raise it up, and it was so shallow that when you turn in, you're literally hitting the fucking the fender wheel. So I cut a hole there. Mm-hmm. It still didn't really work. No. So I put the 15s on and actually spaced it out. So now it's like it's further away from the wheels are further out. So I'm gonna test it out tomorrow, raise it up and everything. So I'll be there probably tomorrow morning. And
are you gonna do any like coverage for the new track?
Yep, and I'll probably, if I go the first time I will. The first time I'll do that. Then I'm trying to get my wife to see which day it's gonna be. Then when I go down there and everything, so that'll be the only YouTube stuff I do outside of podcasting now. Yeah. It's like something that's new because MSP, unless it's just something like unique. It's just like I've done so many videos there, and it's like, all right, people are like, all right, cool, man, MSP and everything, and it's like everybody's spoiled now because YouTube is just like you can just sit home and it's like I want to see this track and I want to see this track, and one track I want to hit up is not even Japan, it's Estonia. It's the video you probably seen when the dudes like jumping down a hill. They're like,
I just saw that video too.
Yeah,
it's like straight down. Yeah, it's like some BMW or whatever.
Yeah, all the BMWs. So that I want to hit that track up and like, dude, I'm pretty sure you like the smash suspension there, man.
I didn't think it would be in Estonia.
Yeah, because and it's like up in the mountains. So when you're drifting, you just see like clouds. It's up there. Wow. ASP is like that too. ASP is like up. You drive up.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, you drive up. So in some days, you'll be like in the clouds, like no shit, man. So,
wow.
But as far as Japan, I've been to Mobara is awesome, man. Like if you get a chance to go down there, check that out. Mobara is in Chiba. Yeah, okay. Mobara is awesome, man. It has you come around high speed into the initiation point, then you're drifting uphill. Like you drift uphill, and then it flattens out. Then you go back. So you go uphill.
Oh, I think I've seen that around, in an option video.
Then you go down. You go downhill around, and you like so it goes.
It's like a really steep incline. It's all white concrete.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And everybody always like they almost always crash into the wall in a manji. Everybody like messes. So the wall is here. If you crash into it, you're gonna fucking pay for that big block of foam. So everybody comes back and they use that witch count as a point. It's a good clipping point as long as you don't hit the point. And you go up. So it's weird because you're coming around. You got to be third gear going up the hill because you don't want to really shift going up the hill because if you miss, then you lose all momentum. So Mobara is fun, but it's like it's the bottom part and then the elevation goes up. Then you come back down the hill and everything. Maze is cool, but it's for what it is. It's a little bit too far. It's like Maze is like down on the East Coast. It's like it's just out there, man. It's not really. It's all right, but it ain't really worth the drive to be honest because you pass Nico, you pass Fukushima, Beachy, you pass all these tracks. Sazan is another one you guys probably want to hit up, man. It's in Sendai.
Sendai's a track?
Yeah, it's Sazan circuit.
Oh, sorry.
Sazan, but it's before Beachy, but it's kind of like if imagine MSP when if they didn't like sweep anything up or they didn't take care of the track. It's like, and they actually hold events there, the whole divisional events there. I crashed into the mountain. Because it was so fucking bumpy, man. Coming around, like, the wheels literally got the air. When I came back down, like, this court traction, and went, like, straight into the mountain. So I was sideways. And in the process of being sideways, I was trying to manji back. And the wheels were off the ground. Then it came back down and just caught traction right into the mountain. And everything smashed my radiator and shit up. And that was in practice. So I didn't even make the event. So I just drove all the way down there.
It's a beat up track.
Yeah, the backside is fine, but the front side is just like maybe an earthquake happened. And there's a bunch of little fucking a bunch of these. Yep. So you just it's like bah. So I mean it's cool for a drive, man. It's it's safe. Yeah. It's safe if you stay away from the going off. So it's a nice drive and everybody can make it there and make it back. So
the earthquakes really do mess up the roads like that.
It messed up at Beachy. I never made it to Sendai. It was fuck's name. It was a track in Sendai. Like it was I forgot the name of it, but Sendai Highlands, and they once that happened, man, it messed up the ground. The owner was like, I'm done. They sold the whole track to it. Now it's a solar farm. So the track's still there, but now it's in the shape of solar panels, just like Bihoku and all other tracks and everything. So, but yeah, man, we'll definitely talk. Like I said, if you got any questions on that stuff, man, just hit me up. And, sure. Like I said, I'm really connected, man. It's not that I didn't want to help guys, it's just that I kind of prefer guys to come my way. Because if I go out to guys, like, that's soliciting. So like it's like, hey man, come over here and do this or buy this. You're not really supposed to do that as a business, because it's like telemarketers calling you. Like that dude was trying to call me. Like, I don't want to talk everything, man. So again, man, thanks for coming through. And we'll definitely we'll definitely get some sliding in this season, man. So everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. Again, send those questions and everything. I did get the questions from Gerard and Alan. I'll answer those on my solo podcast next. But I definitely send those questions podcast at pinkustar.com. And I'll be able to get that stuff done. If you guys are coming here to Misawa, definitely hit up Jared and got any questions about the Misawa Auto Hobby Shop, especially if you're married, because you're going to be forced to live on base. There's no question about it. You don't have a choice. Even if you lived on base as an E4, you're going to come here and live in the, whatever. E4 single, you cool. E4 married, you got to live on base. So you will be using the hobby shop. So definitely, if you got any questions, man, just hit him up on his Instagram, which I'll put on in the bottom. And you guys can do that, man. So again, thank you for tuning in. It's going to be down on Jared signing off from Misawa, Japan. See you guys later.
That's what it is, yes. Yeah. You're like, yeah.
He had his drone up before, but he probably ran out of battery.
He has it flying around now.
It's flying now?
Yeah, it was.
All right, well, let's do some dope shit then. happy. Oh my God. Oh,
I was so scared.
thank God.
Look at that, dude. Look at that.
For the love of God, I hope we feel in the engine.
It's dripping.